Welcome to Live, life-inspired views for every day. My name is Chris Meyer, and I'm a curious soul. My ethnic background is Scandinavian, Norwegian, Swedish, and Danish. I can confidently tell you that the Christmas delicacies we Scandinavians enjoy and proudly boast of are mostly white. Yep, white. Lefse, kringle, lutefisk, grummegrøt, krumkake, sambakels, kumla. I could go on and on. They are all white. No colorful frosting to accent the Christmas spread. They taste wonderful, but they look bland and white. Well, I'm over the top proud of my Scandinavian heritage, as many of you know, but my personality is more like the plate of brightly colored frosted cookies rather than the white of Scandinavian ilk. In fact, our daughter Maria teases me that I dress more like her personality because I wear a lot of black and white. She, on the other hand, dresses like my personality, and outfits are bright and bold colors. Well, this contrast of personality, food, and dress brought to mind the poem I shared before by Mary Oliver called When Death Comes. And the entire poem goes like this. When death comes like the hungry bear in autumn, when death comes and takes all the bright coins from his purse to buy me and snaps the purse shut, when death comes like the measlepox, when death comes like an iceberg between the shoulder blades, I want to step through the door full of curiosity, wondering, what is it going to be like, that cottage of darkness? And therefore I look upon everything as a brotherhood and a sisterhood, and I look upon time as no more than an idea, and I consider eternity as another possibility. And I think of each life as a flower, as common as a field daisy, and as singular, and each name a comfortable music in the mouth, tending, as all music does, toward silence, and each body a lion of courage and something precious to the earth. When it's over, I want to say all my life I was a bride married to amazement. I was a bridegroom taking the world into my arms. When it's over, I don't want to wonder if I have made of my life something particular and real. I don't want to wonder to find myself sighing and frightened or full of argument. I don't want to end up simply having visited this world. This doesn't mean you have to change your personality from soft hues to bold and bright. But I believe it is a reminder that our ears and eyes were given to us in double units so that we can be sure to observe, listen, and take in as much as we can every day of our existence on this earth. Remember the 3 women on the continuum that I described some weeks ago? One of the women didn't get to be anything she thought she'd be at this age. The other woman got to be everything she wanted to be. And the third, my mom, got to be more than she dreamed. Well, the other day during my haircut, I asked my hairdresser Travis if he had gotten to be more than he dreamed. He said, "Oh my, yes." Then he chuckled and said, "I should have had higher dreams, maybe." We laughed, but it struck me how so often we become and keep becoming once we risk taking a chance on something. I'm reminded of the story about the medical doctor who was at a convention on a tropical island. She spent her afternoons on the beach and noticed that every day a fisherman would come out of a boat, take 2 buckets of fish, and walk across the beach, then disappear into the thicket. She was curious, so one day she walked with him and asked what he did with his buckets of fish. He replied, "Come along, I'll show you." Soon they came to a shack, and she watched as he unlocked 7 padlocks on the door. Then they stepped into a room full of aquariums filled with the most brilliantly colored tropical fish. There were bright reds, oranges, yellows, purples, indigos. It was amazing. He looked at her and asked, "Do you know what I do with these fish?" "I sell them to the mainland. They put them in their fancy executive office, and then 2 weeks they call me and they ask what kind of fish I sold them. They tell me they've lost their colors." Then he dumped the buckets of fish in the aquariums, and the tropical fish darted wildly and frantically about. The old man turned to her and said, "All they'd have to do is put a little fear in their tanks every day, and they'd keep their colors." Well, maybe we would keep our colors if we truly lived the verse in Mary Oliver's poem when she writes, "When it's over, I want to say all my life I was a bride married to amazement. I was the bridegroom taking the world into my arms." You know, someone said, Life should not be a journey to the grave with the intention of arriving safely in an attractive and well-preserved body, but rather to skid in sideways, chocolate in one hand, red wine in the other, body thoroughly used up, totally worn out, and screaming, "Woohoo, what a ride!" So this week, on your bathroom mirror, put, "Today, I will live in color." Join me next Monday for Live, Life-Inspired Views for Every Day. I'm Chris Meyer, and I'm a curious soul.